Hello, everyone. I would like to start this session with few of the meditation quotes. To understand the immeasurable, the mind must be extraordinarily quiet, still. With meditation, you become more and more you. But the question is how to become more. There is no ready-made path how to create that path by walking yourself. What to seek more? How to lose our body consciousness to become one with universe. How to be a true seeker? To answer these and many more questions, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of Patriji's hidden gem, the Senior Master, Honorable Mr. Kris. Master Hari is meditating for more than 25 years and is founder of Breath Universe. Walking in Patriji's shoes, he is on a mission on making meaningful difference to people's lives and therefore was kind enough to accept our request to conduct some sessions for us. I, Shivani, on behalf of PSSM Australia, in association with Breath Universe, welcome you all to breathtaking 3 days workshop to learn how to be a true seeker. I encourage you all to keep a glass of water and a pen and paper to write down your questions that you may have to ask after the sessions finishes. Hari sir, with grateful hearts, I hand this over to you to please tell little more about yourself to our audience before we all can enjoy the showers of your wisdom. All to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shivani ma'am, for such a wonderful start and intro.
Thank you.
And also the housekeeping rules like, keep a glass of water.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So myself, Hari, Hari Kris, as I been called by many of our meditation friends, and have been meditating from past 25 years and been teaching meditation from over 20 years. Having said that, as people say to motivate themselves, age is just a number, right? Likewise, the number of years that we meditate is just a number. There could be people who are really great and so much of knowledge and so advanced even on day one or day two. So for me personally, I don't consider the number of years. Whoever starts meditation from day one, every one of us is a master. And that's what Patriji calls. As soon as he sits on the stage to teach meditation, he calls everyone my dear masters. Why? Because we are all masters. Just telling this because few people always think that whenever I say that I've been meditating from past 25 years, oh, sir, you know what? No, we're all one. We are just sharing and having this, doing this sajjana sangatya, sharing energies, exchanging love, compassion here through these platforms. So, and then my journey is 25 years of journey. So this session is not just meant for telling my 25 years of journey, which will be 20 classes, I guess, at least if I shorten a year a day. So briefly, I started meditation at a very young age as a teenager, and then through my uncle, Sri Padri Narayanji. So he taught everyone around, like, to all our family, all his friends, everyone, what is meditation, how to do. And then we used to have immense respect. He left vacated the body many years back. We used to have immense respect for him. So out of respect, I started doing meditation. And then, we all want something out of meditation, right? So we all want. Is there anyone who don't want anything at all? Zero? Like, no one wastes time. We all want something. At least some people say, you know what, I don't want any benefits out of meditation. I'm meditation, but you want enlightenment, or you want to know yourself. That's again seeking. We ask, So there was something that, I there was a reason for me to meditate as well. Even I was seeking something when I started this meditation. Even though I started out of respect, we do meditation out of respect once, not for 25 years, definitely, right? So after that, there is something that we want. So after a few months or so, um, I was seeking something very important. As a teenager, studies, exams, and everything. Okay, I think everyone here are Indians, right? So, um, have you heard when you're a student? Have you heard of this one night batting before the exams? Have you heard of those? Right? You know, all the whole semester. A whole semester, whatever that teacher has taught, has to come into our brains in one night. That magic should happen in one night. Okay, and the only way that it can get into our minds is if we don't get sleep. By any chance, if we feel sleepy on that night, how much ever caffeine we push in, how much ever tea we have, if we feel sleepy, that's it, we go home. Okay, we don't go to finals. Done. Don't get the cup. Yeah. So as a teenager, out of respect, I used to do meditation, but what happened one day when we were having this one night, I was doing this one night batting with along with my friends in the name of combined studies. Next day I had this exam. um, I felt sleepy. I had tea, I had walk, whatever it is, I was unable to focus. And it's a key day, next day I have to give something, otherwise it's a crucial day. So so I am out of all options. There was only one option that was ringing in my mind. That's my uncle's statement saying that if you meditate for half hour, you will get 3 times wakeful time. If you meditate for 1 hour, you get 3 hours of wakeful time. You can reduce your sleep. Well, I didn't have any option. I didn't have a choice. So what should I do? I have to seek more wakeful time. I have to. The thing that I started seeking in meditation at first was, please help me do this one night batting, okay, effectively. So because I had no choice, I started this, and then it worked. It worked really. I meditated for 40 minutes and I was charged up for more than 3 hours. You know what? Good enough. For me at that age, I didn't want moksha, I didn't want enlightenment, I didn't want anything else. You know what? Nothing. All I want is to be able to do that one night batting effectively. And that worked. And that's a huge benefit for me, right? So now I have this secret pill with me for that exam season. You know what? Meditate, gain the time, and you can study two more important questions. Okay, the list of important questions that we used to list down and study them, right? So I can finish two more. So that's good. It worked for two exams or three exams, and then fourth exam is when the trouble started. That something started happening inside, some experience. Okay, and I don't want to talk about those experiences now, but something else happened. I was meditating for something, but something totally different was happening inside. Some other experience started happening inside. And that's when started my questioning, my journey, that what, how is it possible? I will talk about that experience later in the session, but how is it possible? How can that experience happen? I'm just closing my eyes and then doing something, and then I wanted just more wakeful time, but something else totally different is happening, and how is it possible? And that question has made me sit here today and talk about meditation and what to seek. Do we need to seek wakeful time to do one night battings? Do we need to seek more stress less life from relationships, wives, husbands, kids? Do we need to seek you know more quality time for ourselves? um, what do we really want? What do we real Do we need to, do we know what we want, or what to seek in meditation? You cannot go to an Indian restaurant and look for Japanese cuisine, right? You cannot go to a Japanese restaurant and look for Indian cuisine, right? So likewise, when we are doing meditation, um, do we really know what to seek, what to ask, what to expect? Have anyone talked about this before, or what exactly we want? And this is the theme of this 3 day um, session or workshop or whatever it is. And it is important, it is extremely important. Why? Because if we don't know what to ask, what to seek, then the whole journey becomes a confusion, isn't it? Like, we are doing, but why are we doing it? This is a basic question that we all have to know. And I give utmost importance to this topic. Why? Because even though if it is simple and straightforward, I have seen in this 25 years of journey many people who has actually dropped down because people don't know what to ask. It's like, you know what, it doesn't work for me. You know what, it's not, this is not what I want. It works, but that is exactly not what I want. Okay, so that is the whole theme of it. So briefly, that's the theme, that's about me. And before starting the session or the energy exchange, I would like to first know, and one good part, yes, she asked to turn on the videos, which would be good. So, we can see each other and talk as if we are real people. Sometimes I thank Zoom for creating this kind of an environment where we can talk to each other. But sometimes I do complain about Zoom. It reduced the human interaction a bit. But anyway, good. So, is there anyone who has joined this call for the first time, like for meditation, who haven't heard about meditation, or who doesn't have any intro about meditation till date? Anyone would like to raise hands, or anyone has done meditation before a little bit? Wow, that's really good. Everyone is experienced. And I mean to say, at least you have done meditation, you know what it is. That's really good. Okay. Is there anyone who's totally new to PSSM or Breath Universe, or Anapanasati meditation? Is there anyone who's totally new to PSSM or Breath Universe? That makes even more easier. My job became more easy now. Thank you so much. So now let's all meditate for 20 minutes first, and then we'll talk about it. Okay? Because we need energy first to listen to me and do this energy exchange. So let us all meditate first for 20 minutes, and then we'll talk, and then we'll meditate again as the time permits. Yes, Kalpana, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. In the messages, we saw Payal Ji. She says she might be new to PSSM, or I don't understand. She says me.
Oh yeah, Payal. Oh yeah. Sorry. Thanks for noting that down. Oh yeah. Okay. So, ma'am, you're new to meditation, or if you can, Payal ji, you're new to meditation, or okay, cool. So you're joining just today. That's fine. Absolutely fine. Okay. Okay. So you're new to this group, probably. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Absolutely. Welcome to the group. And we have many beautiful friends here, I'm sure. So we will first start meditation anyways. Even if you're new to meditation as well, that's fine. Just follow my instructions. These are simple instructions. Oh, beautiful. New Zealand. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining from the island. Thank you. Welcome. And we'll start meditation. We'll do it simply. Just follow my instructions and sit comfortably. Sit wherever you are. Clasp your hands, cross your feet, close your eyes. Gently close your eyes. As you close your eyes, take 5 deep breaths slowly and feel your abdomen in each of the breath. As you inhale, slowly inhale, feel the abdomen, breathe until the abdomen, and slowly exhale at your own pace for 5 times. Inhale, feel the abdomen around the belly button, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale slowly. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now slowly stop doing any voluntary breathing and observe the normal breath that happens on its own. You no need to voluntarily inhale or exhale. Let the breath happen. The breath happens on its own. Start observing the breath wherever you can, wherever you can, wherever you can. No rush. And you may get so many thoughts. If you get so many thoughts, or if you get any thoughts, let's say, try to cut the thoughts and observe the breath. Observe the normal and natural breath, please. Cut the thought and be with the breath. Sitting comfortably, having a relaxed body. Observe the breath and cut the thoughts. Tell your mind, can you please wait for next 20 minutes? I will think about this later. But be with the breath. Dance with the breath. Flow with the breath. Do not concentrate on breath, observe the breath. Concentration still needs your close focused attention. Some stress is involved in concentration. But observe as it is, just like you're looking at a bird flying, you're looking at a waterfall, you're looking at a river flows. Likewise, just feel the breath, observe the breath the way you can. Meditation is nothing but non doing and being. So stop doing what we are doing and just be. Be with the breath, be with the happening, be with whatever that happens. That is the breath. That is breath. Be with the breath as it goes in and as it comes out, my dear friends. As it goes in and as it comes out. Be with it. Only breath. Breath is the key. For next 15 minutes, whatsoever may happen, just be with the breath. Last 2 minutes. Be with your breath. Slowly keep the two palms of your hands on your eyes for 5 to 10 seconds. Without opening the eyes, keep the two palms of your hands on your eyes for 5 to 10 seconds. And you can slowly open your eyes when you can. Beautiful. I hope you all have opened your eyes. Whoever is not on cameras, if time permits, we'll do one more time. Alrighty. It's night time for many of us. The more interactive this can be, the more enjoyable this can be. Otherwise, people on cameras may sleep on cameras, off cameras anyway. No need to say, you can cut the Zoom tomorrow morning. Alrighty. So now, yeah, thank you. That's a good one. Now, how to be a true seeker? Is a very, very interesting, as I said, it's a very interesting topic for me. It may not be cheesy topic like, how to do astral travel. Now you all come here, I'll make you sit and do astral travel to Himalayas. Then probably many people will come. It sounds cheesy, right? Yeah. Now sit here and then now I will teach you a trick to know the mind of anyone on earth. The moment you see a person, you will be able to know what they're thinking, what they're saying. So cheesy, yeah. This may not sound cheesy, but trust me, this question, if we can answer this question to ourselves, this can lead to all the cheesy desires that we have. Like, I want to do astral travel. I want to know what the other person is thinking. I want to know whatever, do whatever. But this question has to be right. Then we know what to ask and what not to ask. Now, I have asked at least few questions, few answers that I would like to know. I have asked for wakefulness. Meditation, please help me do one night batting and help me with my exams is my first question, or something that I have asked. I seek in meditation, not enlightenment, not divine, nothing. What I want to get through these exams is my first question. Is there anything that any one of you would like to share? What you came for? What is your ask for meditation? What did you seek? Why did you do meditation first? Even if it is yes, Shivani, go for it. Yes, this is the first time. Crisply. You're on mute, Ji.
I'll be very honest. You just mentioned, we want to know, we want to read people's mind. When I start I wanted to learn telepathy, and I wanted to be, psychic medium and tarot card readers and things like that. I wanted to build that abilities. I'm far away from it though.
Now
But then now
you made
the thinking,
everyone feel conscious now. Now everyone is thinking she knows me.
no, that's what I'm thinking. The thinking has changed, of course, but that was the motivation. After, week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it just changed.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's really good. Okay. Anyone else? I'm not asking all 38 people. Yes, Kalpana, go for it.
For me, it's very simple, sir. Stress-free and peaceful life.
Stress-free and peaceful life. That's good. Yes. Anyone else? Like to
Just
say
for a
what?
good health.
Just for?
Good health.
Good health, ma'am. Yes, great. Nice. Yes, Namita.
For me, sir, it will be just how can I deal with situations better and how can I, be in more calmer and peaceful way by myself. So yeah, I find meditation give me strength to deal with situations.
Calm and peaceful. Yes, great.
I think
Yeah.
I'm the only one honest, sir, here. See, everyone is giving such good answers.
No. This is my real motive. I was not able to deal with my own chaos inside me. I was
Yes.
looking for 1 minute of peaceful mind.
Yes.
I feel like somebody pressed my head when I just
Yeah.
consciously breathing.
Yes.
It was.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Next up, I'll take a few more. Who's next? Jaya, ma'am. Jaya.
I actually joined this pyramid meditation quite recent, and I would like to learn and want to know more about meditation, especially for peace of mind and also for health. Yeah, for
Great.
health.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, Anusha.
Hi, sir. I was so fearful for my thoughts, so I need to come out of that and I need to do the positive
Yeah.
things.
Yes, excellent. Okay, Richa, ma'am.
Sir, I think it changes time to time. So I think at this stage, I'm seeking the answer to the true existence of the self.
True
Why we
existence.
exist. Yeah, why we exist, where we coming from, where we heading.
Beautiful. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I have few in chat as well. And then to calm the mind, thoughtless stage. I want to know my pre-birth soul plan. To travel different countries to meditation. Wow, that's a very interesting ask. Yes, beautiful. Thank you so much. So many wonderful asks and desires from meditation, right? So now I will ask a question to everyone. How do you know that you need to ask this question? How do you know? So you know that you have to ask that question, right? How do you know? How do you know that can you ask something that you don't know? Can you ask something that you don't know? Anyone? Yeah? Yes, Kalpana? You know how to ask, you don't know, right?
Yes, sir. That's what when Shivani was saying, I'm the only one being honest because I don't know that time telepathy, astral travel, all there, So that's why I didn't ask for that. So I was
That's
only,
what. So,
yeah.
but as and when you know, you will ask for it, right?
Yeah, I tried, but no, that's not priority now.
So no one can ask what we don't know.
Yep.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So there are two things here. So one is we start to ask what we know or what we want. Something like, you know what, I have this fear which needs to go away. I want peace of mind because I don't have peace of mind. If I have that, that would be good. Don't have good health. If I have that, that would be good. Or someone said, wakefulness. So I want to get through my exam. So that is good. So we start our journey with asking what we want. And what has been the different categories to it, which is we ask for something that we have heard. For example, astral travel or whatever, that word that we are using. We heard that through a book or a person and we ask for it. Or something we don't have, we ask for it. And something which is told by someone. Someone said to me that, if you meditate, it reduces your sleep time, and that's what we ask. Okay. And I say this is called question. We question and we ask what we want in the first stage of meditation. Any one of us, that's where we all start. Someone comes to our office, our home, or somewhere and then say, you know what, do meditation. Oh, I'm feeling very stressful. You know what, do meditation. It will work. I don't have good health. You know what, do meditation. You'll get good health. You don't need to go to doctor. You know what, some people have this. You know what, I want to know God. You know what, do meditation. You will know God. Yeah. I want moksha. You know what, do meditation. You'll get moksha. So we ask question about something we already know or something we heard somewhere, right? Moksha. How do we know what is moksha? But we heard. You know what, we read so much about moksha. We read so much about this, and then I want moksha, so I ask for it. Every one of us start our journey in meditation through questioning. This is the questioning phase of our journey. Okay. So now I will, just to remember, I'll say 3 cues in how to seek. There are 3 stages, that is 3 cues. The first cue is questioning. Okay. Questioning. Without question, without having as many questions as we can. No question is silly, no question is stupid. If we can ask as many questions as we can, that is the first big success of a true seeker. Never step back for asking any question. And asking question where, whom to ask, where to ask, how to ask. And that's what I'm going to focus much today. And I'll talk about other 2 cues. I'll give a small intro about other 2 cues and then leave it there, and then we'll talk about them tomorrow and day after. Okay. Let's say you have a question. We have some question like, you know what, I have so much of fear, or I have a very stressful life. Whom do we ask this question? Whom did you ask this question first? Where did you ask? Anyone has anything before meditation? Before you don't even know about meditation, but you have this question, right? You don't even know that meditation is the place where you will get this. But you will start asking this question, you know what, I'm being very stressful these days. Or, my manager is bugging me at work. Or, you know what, this husband is the most stupid husband that I have got. He doesn't do any dishes. Or, you know what, wife won't let me out for party and she has become a stressful, partner for me. Please don't complain. I'm just making it a bit funny. It's not funny, right? It's true, right? In many cases. Anyway, so we have different problems in life. And then we ask someone, you know what, we share with friends. We share our problem with friends, family, or these days, we ask even YouTube, right? We go to YouTube, you know what? How to have a stressful life, stress-free life. How to control husband. How to manage wife. How to lie to wife. You can type anything, Google, YouTube. So we start our journey with this question. And this questioning can happen anywhere. You can do this question anywhere. Doesn't matter. It could be a guru. It could be a book. It could be how to be abundant, how to feel abundant, how to have clear mind. Okay. I read this small book called The Power and Use of Thought, a small 15-page book of Leadbeater, which has changed my life and transformed my, thought process about how to think. So first thing that we need to understand and sink in ourselves is, once we have a question, do not sleep. Keep questioning. Keep questioning whom? Question a person, question a friend, question YouTube, question Google, and question inside. Even when you sit for meditation, you question. It doesn't matter. You keep questioning until you get an answer. You should not stop. Don't get tired of questioning until you get an answer. Why I am saying this is, we are so thick-skinned when we don't meditate. We are not sensible enough to receive an answer, even if it is just walking around us. Many of you might have experienced this. You have some very good friend whom you talk to every single day from past so many years, but it takes so many years for that friend to share what is meditation to you. You know what? I have known you for so long. Why didn't you tell me this before? I've known you for 20 years, and after 20 years, suddenly told you about meditation. That means it took us 20 years to be able to receive that answer from that friend. They haven't questioned right. They haven't shared that right. And some book is just lying around on the table. We don't read it. But after so long, we just opened randomly, and then you have an answer. You know what? To have a stressful life, you have to meditate, or you have to observe your breath. It's just lying there for so long. But you have never seen it. You have never read it. So don't get tired at all in questioning. We have to question. Questioning is a very important phase of a seeker. Inquiry. Without question, Buddha wouldn't have become a Buddha. And once we question, what do we get? We get an answer. Yes or no? What is it? You know what? If you meditate, you will get this. You know what? I have a disturbed mind. Now, how to have a clean mind? How to think positively always is a question. I have so many negative thoughts and I want to think positively. And then you went and read the book of Louise L. Hay. Someone told you about this wonderful, amazing lady called Louise L. Hay, who teaches us how to affirm, how to think positively. And then you read this wonderful book and she shows you, you know what? This is how you need to clean up your mind. In the morning, you have to wake up and do this exercise so that you can affirm, you can think positively, you can clear up your mind, you can make your day wonderful and beautiful. So you got the answer through the book. You got someone told you about what it is. And no question is a silly question. No question is a silly question. We have to keep this in mind. How can I think like this? You know what? I am thinking something against society or something against I have this question which is something against my family tradition, against my culture, against my whatever situation that I am in. But you have this question. You think, you know what? I should not have this stupid question coming from so-and-so country, coming from so-and-so family, coming from so-and-so whatever. You have that question. We get that question because we need an answer for that. We're not doing anything, right? We're just knowing the answer. Yes or no? That it won't do any damage by knowing the answer. What is this fire? What happens? There is this fire in front of my house. What happens? What is this fire? What is this used for? And someone told you, you know what? This burns. You can use it to cook, or you can use it to keep yourself warm in winter. But if you put your hand in it, it will hurt you. you may get hurt. Someone gave this information. Yes or no? Or you know what? That's none of my business. I have this question, what this is, but thing is, why should I ask anyone? I don't care why it is there. Or I should not ask this question. No. No question is stupid question. No question is silly question. Once you have a question, you have to ask. This is the first very, 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 very important cue. And no master starts their journey without having this first cue synced into them fully. No one. There's no one. Until we learn how to question, until we learn that there can be question, until we learn that we can have any sort of question, we won't progress further. So we have to learn the art of questioning, inquiry. So that is the first big step of any seeker. Okay. Now, we keep on asking these questions. We are meditating. We are questioning. We have so many questions. We keep getting the answers. We are maintaining a journal, or we are remembering everything. We are knowing everything. We are understanding everything. You know, so much of information gathered, so much of understanding gathered. We know that there is fire. We know that it is used for cooking. We know we should not put our hand in it. We know how it is used. Yes or no? But what next? We are questioning. We are getting the answers. What next? Someone told you, I have this stressful life. I have this fearful life. You know, someone told you, you know what? Do meditation. This meditation is very simple, very straightforward. This is very good. Then what next? Anyone one word answer? What next?
Practice or follow.
Have to start doing. Yeah. Now, the next two cues that I'm going to talk about, largely tomorrow and day after, but I'll give an intro. The second cue is called quest. Thirst. The quest to know. The quest to experience. Quest to make that information, bring that information into experience. Knowing it. Not just understanding, knowing. With Q, the first Q, questioning, we understand. We understand what is fire. We understand what is meditation. We understand things. But what's the next? The next is the quest. It is thirst. Thirst to know. So many people in the path of spirituality get stopped in the first step. They're satisfied once they know what it is. That's it. You know what? I know what is meditation. Now I can talk about it for hours and hours. Okay. So it is not the case. You won't go anywhere in this path. Nowhere. You just stop there. There is a small story where two travelers who are going through a forest in dark. They have to go to some village crossing a small forest. Okay. They both have lamps starting at a starting point, and then one person has light in his lamp. Light is lit in his lamp, and the other person doesn't have light. But what happened? They both are going in the same path. So the second person is not bothered because there is light. There is light because that person is already carrying the light and going in the same path. The same light is, spread across the path, and then they were happily talking and going. But there came a crossroad where the person with the light has to go in a different direction. And then he went in his path and he left. And this guy who doesn't have the light, he has the lamp, but he doesn't have the light, has no clue what to do. He left in the dark and he had to go to his destination from the crossroad. If we don't go to the next stage, we become like this person who has lamp but there is no light. We questioned, then we got the answer. What is it? There is a person who has light, who can share the light, but he never bothered to light his lamp, never bothered to light his own lamp, never bothered to experience that, bring that into his life. One day what happens? That light goes. This is not ours. That understanding that we get is not our experience. It is not ours. And when it is not ours, it won't stay long. It may go anyway, anytime, and we don't have any control over it. Or it may have a new dimension to it that we want to know. Okay? So we need to have the quest, a thirst to bring that information, bring that knowledge into experience. Without that, we stop at questions. I say that a mental or an emotional fun thing, it becomes another conceptual thing. Just like, if you have knowledge about movies, and if you have knowledge about any topic, mountains or anything, that if you have knowledge about cooking, it becomes one more mental information, okay, that we have, but it won't take us anywhere. So the second quality that any seeker should have is to have this quest. Quest for what? Again, no quest is silly. No thirst is cheap. No quest or thirst is low. It's about having the thirst and meditate. Thirst, meditate. You know what? I want to experience the thought power. I want to apply this in my life. I want to experience it. I want to feel it. I want to see it. Don't worry about how it happens. You are meditating. I'm not talking about doing anything here, right? Have that thirst. Have that feel that I want to experience it. That's it. I want to experience. I want to know how to do it. Then the right tools will come to us. The right aspects will come to us to make us implement. We'll talk more detailed how this journey of quest happens. And the last but not the least cue, and a very important cue, which I'm not going to talk anything at all today, but I'll give the word, is quiet. The third word, or the third very important aspect, is called quiet. We'll talk about what quiet means tomorrow or day after. Mostly tomorrow, and then third day will be more of a Q&A, and then going more deeper if needed. So the three cues that we are going to talk about and go deeper in these 3 days is questioning, quest, and quiet. But today, I would like all of us to be very clear and take this back. Imbibe this, push this in. We have to have this questioning ability. No question is silly. No question is low. No question is non-important. Ask this question. Even if someone says, you know what, I have this question, and then you ask anyone if you feel like asking. Even if they say, don't have stupid questions, that's fine. Go and ask your husband or wife, and it's like, are you mad? What are you asking? Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Go ask your friend who doesn't know anything about meditation, but he is a friend who is so much interested into quantum physics and quantum mechanics, and then you have this question about, what is Big Bang, or you have some other questions in spirituality related to quantum physics, and then ask him, and if he thinks, what, spirituality is silly, that's fine, you answer my question because you know quantum physics. It doesn't matter. So questioning is important, very, very, very important. And then, as I have given little intro about quest, of bringing that answer into our life as an experience is something that we'll talk tomorrow. So before stepping tomorrow, any questions about questioning? No question is silly. No question is stupid. Yes, Namita.
Hari sir, I have a question now.
Yes.
That that is good. We do questioning. Whom to question? That's my one question. And the second question is that, okay, we question as a husbands or anyone we know, we have something comes up, we ask. How we know, like, that person giving their own perspective on that question, and that can influence us maybe in another way, literally put us on another direction which we don't really good for us, or we don't need to go, and how we trust the answer we're receiving.
A wonderful question, and this is what is creating the base. Now, by questioning, what we are doing is gathering the information. That's all. We are not applying anything yet. I'm going to talk about how to apply, how that becomes a quest, and when we are questing it, when we are trying to apply this into our life, how we need to do that is something that I'm going to talk tomorrow. But whoever says anything, gather that information and keep it, save it, journal it, wherever it is. It doesn't matter. Could be book, could be anything. Question anyone, get any answer. And now it's a good one. I want to say this: no answer is stupid answer. Just like no question is stupid question, no question is light question. Likewise, no answer is low, no answer is a stupid answer. It may be irrelevant answer to us at one point, but no answer is a stupid answer. So gather the information, journal it the way that you want. Sometimes journaling can happen here as well, but I suggest initially write down in a book, gather the information, load it, and we'll talk about quest. Yes, we cannot apply every other answer. You know what? It's fire, it's hot. Put your hand and see what happens. No, that's the right answer. Irrelevant for me to put my hand in there. And I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. Okay, ma'am?
Yes, perfect. Thank you, sir.
See, I'm keeping something for all of you to come back tomorrow, You left it in the half. Thanks. Yes, Jaya, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, my question is, when you say question is important, we have to ask question. The question is, do I ask the question myself to myself, or do I question others? Because
Both.
when you question others, that other person they have the right to answer you or not to answer you.
Yeah.
But then when you question yourself, then you are looking for answer within yourself, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So could you clarify on that?
Absolutely. Both. I would say both. For gathering information, it's both ways. Ask yourself, as I said, read a book, ask a question outside, or ask question inside. Doesn't matter whom we ask, in or out. Okay, we have to ask this question. In tomorrow's quest, I'm going to talk more about the inside part. Okay, it is like you are thirsty, you want water, so you ask from outside, you take it in, and once you take it in, what do you do with it? What happens once you load the information? Okay, on top, how to build that inside. The only aspect that may happen outside is this question part. Okay, but you can ask the question inside as well. It's not can, you should ask the question inside as well. See, it is about, this is always there, right? This is always there. How can you ignore this? When we have a question, we have to ask this 100% of the time. There is no question about it. We have to ask ourselves. At the same time, we have to gather information from outside, and we have to ask, and we have to journal everything, what everyone is saying and what is coming from inside. You have to journal everything. Okay, it's both ways. Yeah, ma'am, I'm clear. Hope so. Thanks, Shivani, ma'am.
Sir, I have a question. Like, some questions are so personal to you that when
Yes,
you sit in
that's right.
meditation, you ask yourself, you look
Yes,
inside.
absolutely.
Now, if you are getting the answers, that's fine. You work on it. But what if you're not getting the answers? Like, do you ask and leave for how much time? Do you wait, or you keep on, seeking the same question? How to go about it? Because when I sit, sometimes I get answers, sometimes I don't get answers.
That's fine. You write down no answer at this point. You wait for
Okay.
it. And
Okay.
and second is, you have to ask when something is not coming from inside. Okay, you don't need to ask a person. Open a book.
Yep.
With an intention that, what, I have a question. Do you have an answer? Ask a book. Open and read. Ask, literally
Mm.
look at it and then say, I have this question. Do you have an answer? Or YouTube or
Yeah.
Google, it doesn't matter. As I said, look for the avenues. The true nature of a seeker is fluid nature. It has to go through the cracks. Doesn't matter. No stopping. You can, it goes to the extent that you would be able to ask a question even to a stranger. If you feel like, what, something inside is saying, go and ask this question to that person, go and ask. That's fine. Okay. So ask a book, ask something, whatever you get, even if it is one word, one instinct, write down somewhere and gather that information. Okay, ma'am?
Yep. Thank
Try it,
you.
and then we'll see.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah. Who's next? Anusha, I think. I have some in chat. We'll have a look.
Yeah.
Anusha.
So, as Shivani said, if I have no answer for my question, is I should let it go or I should forgive that? How I can take it? So,
Yes. Now, as I said, you may not get the answer always from inside. Just information. I'm talking about information. Information you may not always get inside. Why we have these books and Sajjana Sangatya and gurus and everyone is there is to exchange information easily. Whom are we exchanging information? Because in first sitting itself, our mind is so busy, so occupied. Okay, from so many years. Sometimes it is not possible to cut the thoughts fully and then go in and get the answer from inside. So that time, the support system that we have is this system of Sajjana Sangatya, books, and people around. Okay, and answers are also if the question is fluid, means if we are ready to ask the question anywhere to anyone to anywhere, the answer is fluid too. The answer comes from somewhere. If we are so fluid to be able to ask a question, Google or book or somewhere, the answer waits there for us. So don't limit the way that you question. Okay, try to seek an answer even through a character in a movie, even through a comic that your kid is watching. Sometimes a Peppa Pig teaches us, gives us the answer. We never know. Ask the question and watch the TV comic with your kid. You may get an answer. You never know. I ask the questions all the time, whatever that I have, to anyone. Doesn't matter. Could be a comic, could be anyone. So the more we imbibe this nature of questioning inside more and more, if we become more and more fluid with the questioning, the answers are the same. The universe works like a genie, remember. You know what? Your wish is my command. It says that. Continuously it says that. Your wish is my command. So, the moment you have a question, answer is already waiting. What is stopping that answer from there to us is we. Okay? So, become fluid. Google, doesn't matter where it is, jump on it. Be a crazy student. Okay? Thanks.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, before going back, while doing meditation, the energy can pass to people in the room. I observed some changes in my 2-year-old daughter, which is possible. Okay, this is another question, but yes, as I said, the light, the story that I just mentioned, yes, we have the light in the lamp, and that glows in the room. Okay.
But she is sleeping at that time. So.
Yes, doesn't matter. Light is light. You're disturbing her sleep with your light. Switch off. Just kidding. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Once you start meditating, so many things change at our home, in our environment.
And better like I will do in separate room. Is it okay to do in the same room? Like
you can do in the same room. I was just kidding. You won't disturb her sleep. This light is, won't disturb her. It'll help her sleep.
Positive changes, but I don't know. I can't believe that. But
no, you do it in the same room. We say like, for small kids, put them in the lap and then meditate as well, because they can't meditate. It helps get more energy for them. Okay. You meditate everywhere in the house. You meditate everywhere. Make every room, lit every room with the light. It doesn't matter. As soon as you wake up, do 10-minute meditation there. And wherever we fight the most with our partners, meditate there, in the kitchen, anywhere. Doesn't matter. Meditate. Meditate everywhere. Energize every corner of your house. You light the energy. Okay? Ma'am? Thanks.
yeah, thank you.
Yes. Yes, ma'am, Shivani.
No, sir, I don't have a question. I just want to add about that fluid thing that you were saying. I just want to add, sometimes I realize if someone asks me some questions and when I'm answering, I'm actually answering myself because that's coming within. So we just need to be, mindful what we are saying as well, because it's your inside talking and the answers are hidden. We just need to realize it, pay more attention. That's it.
My guru, Paramahamsa Yogananda, says this, that we learn the most when we teach the most.
Yes.
We learn as beautifully as we teach. That's why when someone says that, thanks for teaching, thanks for talking about this topic, I feel so stupid because I am learning a lot. Okay, so absolutely, when that's why, why Patriji is the hero, why he's a wonderful man. Why? Because the moment you learn meditation, the moment you know even a smallest information, he asks you to share. Why? Why? Because the moment we start sharing, we start to know so much. It is everything in this world is a paradox. We think we are helping, but when we help, we get help as well. When we give something, we get something. When we teach meditation, we learn. So everything works, everything is an exchange, everything is a handshake, everything is a connection. So when we teach, we learn a lot. So always, that's why, talk more, express more, share the compassion, teach more, so we learn more. Okay, now you know why I've been teaching meditation to everyone, because I learn more, I enjoy more. See, I get to see beautiful souls today. I get to know so many family. I expanded my family today. So that's my selfishness, Thanks. So is we want question ourselves when we have to question during meditation or starting meditation? Or a beautiful question again. No rules. Question anytime. When you're driving, question yourself. Before sitting meditation, question. What if you get a question in between meditation? Okay. So when that question is a thought, try to cut it and be with your breath. But if that question is pushing you so hard, then take control of that question and ask that question inside and start observing your breath. So, or I meditated for 40 minutes and then this question came after I opened my eyes. You know what? I wasted 40 minutes. Now I have to sit for 40 minutes again. No, don't worry about it. Ask the question. Still ask the question. If you can sit for meditation, that's fine. If you cannot sit for meditation, that's fine too. But you ask the question inside. If it is very personal and can't share question to anyone and confused getting answer ourselves or through books, what to do, how to come out of its bothering. I like these interactive sessions because this is where we can go more deeper. The very good question. How do we know that this question is right? This answer is right? How do we know that, you know, that question, that answer that's coming from inside or someone's is right? Now, very important point from this question is, don't come to any conclusions. I'm just asking you to question and get the answer and journal it. Do not conclude anything in the first stage. Question, gather information. Question, gather information. I'll tell one of my experience where when I started my meditation, I was told I had this experience that you are going to teach meditation globally in many countries. Whatever, there is a number as well, but that's teach meditation in many countries globally. When I got that message, it was an utter nonsense. Okay, utter nonsense completely. How can I, because I was a teenager just studying in my small town, wherever, and then no question of all that I could imagine my logically is like a job somewhere in a metropolitan and then, you know, settle down there. That's all. And I wasn't even be able to watch English movies and understand the accent properly back then. So how can it happen? So, but now I just gathered the information. I didn't judge. I didn't come to any conclusion. But today it happened. And some things, some of the answers that I have got, again, has a paradox. As I said, you know, it didn't happen and I know why it didn't happen. And that answer was valuable at that point of time. So for now, do not judge. And we will talk more about this in the quest tomorrow on how to make this understanding knowing. Just question to understand as a first step. Okay. And that understanding becomes our knowing later down the line. Yeah. Okay, now we have more questions. And by the way, I know we are 10:35. I have all the time in the world. Free to drop if someone want to drop off. Okay. I can stay here all along and then you should have energy. That's it. Sir, you mentioned that everything is a paradox, give and take, but unconditional love is something you give without expectation. Yes. I'm not telling that you expect and you get something. You are not expecting anything from an apple tree. Every day you're just giving some water unconditionally. You're giving some fertilizer unconditionally to an apple tree that is there. After 2 years, it started giving apples. You didn't expect it. You didn't ask for it. What you did? You just gave unconditionally. Okay. Now, whether you want to eat apples or not is a choice. If you don't eat, you can always send it to me because I eat. Okay. So you will get it. You put the seed, nurture, you will get it. Its universal law cannot be changed. As you sow, so you reap. That's it. Okay? Thanks. Now, I have noticed some people seem genuine with their words, but sometimes I feel trapped and confused. I try to tell myself to let go, yet questions arise about why they talk that way. In such situations, I remind myself that experiences come and go, and I can't bring the past back. I didn't choose to come, and I didn't leave. It happened on its own and eventually ended. So I question why I need to remember it like that. Even though it bothers me for a while, I'm slowly moving away from my thoughts. Now, first of all, what I say is probably all these problems comes when we try to come to conclusions based on what others say, what we read from books. Someone says, let me say this. Today I would say, you can do whatever that you want in your life. Thought always works. You create a thought and it will definitely happen, is what I told today. You all were so motivated, so glad. And day 2, Hari came and the class started and he said, you know what? Accept the way it is. You have to learn to accept everything. Now you will forget whatever that I said and you will again take in. Which one is true in this? Tell me. Which one, please? Can you please conclude? Acceptance or thought creates reality? I don't want to answer this. I'm just asking this question. That's a big topic again. Unnecessarily I asked this question. I don't want to get stuck there. But which one is true? Can you please conclude? Does thought create reality or accept? A problem
Thoughts.
is, then accept. That's for you right now. So you cannot actually conclude anything here with the information. If you know, ma'am said thoughts. If you know that it is thoughts, then that's good. Nobody can deny your conclusion. But based on the information, we should not conclude anything. But if we don't have information, how we cannot move to the next stage easily. If you have Google Maps, you have a destination address, then you can type in and then take the guidance. Or with tolls, without tolls, how do you want to go? Which way to go? You can choose and do things. But if you don't have Google Maps, you can still go, but it takes time. Yes or no? Information helps. Information fastens. Information gives clarity. But based on information, do not conclude. Have an Apple phone or some other, not Google Maps, something else, or maps in your car which doesn't show that there is an accident on the way and then the route is closed, for example. So based on information, based on cars, if we conclude that, you know what, I'll definitely go fast in this route, then suddenly there is an accident and something happened, and that information was not good enough to conclude something in life. So do not conclude, then you won't get disappointed. It's not, without knowing, we cannot conclude based on the information what we got. And people are not genuine. People are genuine who is immaterial. We are not looking for any genuineness here in questioning and getting the information. Don't buy anything. No genuineness is needed to gather the information. They said whatever they know. We no need to judge. So the problem comes back to this, where because we judged, because we tried to, conclude something, we got into the problem. Yeah. So I hope I answered that question. Okay, now as a seeker, I am seeking an answer. Might be off track from today's topic, where in one of Patri's video, Patriji was saying Satyayug is coming. So if you can please shed some light on what does that actually mean at astral travel. Good question. Satyayug is coming. So if you can, what does that actually mean at astral level? Oh, okay. Astral level. Happy to take it offline. Let me say this. What is Satyayug? I don't want to go deep into it, but to simply give a simplified answer, we used to have only, for example, to go from one place to another place, we used to have just the buses within cities once. But now we have metro in some cities, right? Where it can take us faster. So it's a tool, it's an energy, it's an instrument. Some people are helping to make things work faster for us. So likewise, in our life also, there are on earth also few facilities have been incorporated, or it has been positioned. Earth has been positioned in such a state where things can happen a lot more faster and easier for us to learn and progress in life. Okay, so for now I'll leave it there. That's a whole different topic. Okay, and astral level, simplify life. For now, simplify life. Simplify the journey as well. Okay, don't get stuck in big terms for now. Okay, yeah, thanks. Accept this question has come. See, accept the reality, then ask for thought to rectify this, that is manifestation. Do not complain, do not judge, and then accept. That's a conclusion from, if it is from your knowing, that's good. I don't want to conclude anything there for now, because I asked that question to tell that it is hard to conclude. But if you have knowing, then that's good. You say accept, man said thoughts. See, that's her conclusion, that's your conclusion. If it comes from your knowing, I'm glad. But if time permits, end of these sessions, we'll talk more about that. If something is bothering Kalpana, please do let me know when the organizers need to set off. Okay, I'm okay to take questions. So I'll put the ball in your court, and Shivani and Kalpana to let me go away. Hurry, enough for today. Bothering too much. So if something is bothering from outside, there is some inner wound that's been triggered and need healing. Once you heal inside, outside things or people won't hurt you. This is a different question, very broad question, I should say, but still, I
Sir,
would like to answer.
sorry to interrupt, sir. This is not a question I was trying to answer.
Oh,
That
yeah, okay.
she was saying that it is people are not genuine and things like
Oh,
that. So I'm
yeah,
just
the answer is
trying to tell that this is, something has been triggered inside, so we need to work on ourselves. It's not a question. Sorry.
absolutely. To simplify more, no one hurts us. We get hurt. No one does anything. No one has any power to do anything. There is only one power that acts on us. That is we. To understand, but thing is, humans are like, our mindset is against taking responsibility. It could be fear, it could be ego, it could be many other reasons, but we are not ready to take the responsibility for ourselves. That's why we say someone has hurt us. Who gave the control of hurting us to them in first place? We cannot bring the past back, but we can make our present moment fixed just by twisting or clicking that right button. Okay, so don't worry about what happened in the past. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it much. It's done, right? It's done, finish. What do you want now? What do you want right now? Okay, that's what we need to think about and be aligned. So to summarize, questioning is not to conclude anything. It is to gather the information, have the understanding about everything. So, and it aligns with Sajjana Sangatya and Swadhyaya. Okay, so do Sajjana Sangatya, do Swadhyaya, ask the questions, go talk to gurus. Because I started my journey as a teenager, as a man who had no responsibilities, no fear, no burdens, no rules. I used to be very rebellious in asking questions. Doesn't matter how big the guru is, what kind of guru person is, or a person, who it is, because never thought of any damage. That helped me. I could ask any question to anyone. For example, Patri sir, right? I could ask any question. Doesn't matter if he beat me. I'm not going to lose any respect or anything anywhere. I was just a teenager. So the ability to question, and the topic that I'm talking this time is very closely embedded with my 25 years of journey. Even today, I question. Doesn't matter if it is a stupid question or people may think it is silly. Doesn't matter, but I question. And questioning is something that is very, very important phase of a seeker. Okay. All right. Then I think now I am asked to go. I'm just kidding. That was really good. So is it clear for everyone? Did I confuse anyone? No, right? Hope there are no confusions for
Sir,
anyone.
I was actually thinking, and I was thinking, I'm going to say that in the end, you took so many questions and the answers were so precise, short and sweet, and then they made perfect sense.
Thank you.
And it was pleasure listening to you.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing your wisdom. It was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful session. And we are looking forward for, tomorrow and day after tomorrow to listen more.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you so much. And I think you all stayed late, so which means that I made some sense. So thank you so much. Hoping to
Thank you,
see you
sir.
all tomorrow. Okay.